Hello YouTubers, this is Cessnaace back again with another package video. This time I received some homebrews that I ordered from Atari Age. A couple for the Atari 2600/VCS and one for the Atari 7800. Now I've already got two Atari 7800 homebrews that I had ordered from Atari Age. Beef Drop VE, which is a port of the arcade classic Worker Time and Failsafe. Before I get to the 7800 game that I've added this time around, I'll show you the games for the 2600 that I picked up. Now, this has a copyright date of 2002. In December of 2001, Atari Age held a contest for it to submit artwork to be used for the cover of the manual and for the front of the case. This is obviously the one that won. The game is called Mental Combat. Copyright 2002. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Atari has now switched to new cartridges for the 2600. I'm not sure about the 7800. I think they are still using donor cartridges. I'm not really sure. Now, this game was $18, but I paid an extra $5 for the melody board. The melody board allows the game cartridge to be reprogrammed. So if at a later date a newer version of the game comes out with improved graphics or what have you, then it could just be loaded into this cartridge. Also, they will buy back Atari Age games that are on the melody board for 50% of what you bought it for. So it's a good deal. Mental Combat. This is the manual. And as it states on the rear of the manual, this cartridge is compatible with both NTSC and PAL systems. Okay, that's number one. Now, in my collector's guide, I had been reading through the section devoted to homebrews for the 2600, and as I stated at one time in a previous video, there have been a lot of homebrews for the 2600, and they're still coming out with them. And when I read the title for this one, I said, I love that title. I'm going to have to get that game. Fortunately, Atari Age still offers it. The game, which I believe came out originally in 1998, is This Planet Sucks. Also paid an extra $5 for the melody board. So this one cost $20 originally, but I, as I said, paid the extra $5 for the melody board, so $25. And here's the manual. This manual sucks. It's on a thick paperboard, semi-glossy, but not flimsy. So does it totally suck? And again, published by Atari Age. Okay, now this game I got for the 7800. Back in the day, it was planned by Atari to release this game for the 7800. However, it's in the rumor mill section, not the prototype section. Now, it was also planned to be released for the 5200, and although that version was not released either, it was found complete. And I'm wondering if somebody took that and recoded it for the 7800. It'd be interesting to find out. Their website doesn't mention it, but this is a port of the arcade game Junior Pac-Man. As I said before, I'm not totally sure that they're using new cartridges. They may still be using recycled cartridges for the 7800, although they might be using new ones, for all I know. But I do believe they've already made the switch to new cartridges for the VCS/2600 games. They also offer homebrews for the 5200 and the 800 and the Lynx and the Jaguar, and they have a lot of information about games, homebrews that are in development for all of those systems. And there are quite a few games in development for the Jaguar. By the way, here's the manual for Junior Pac-Man on the 7800. No screenshots. Again, published by Atari Age. And this game was $30. And they go out of their way on here stating that it's the NTSC version. I believe, if I remember correctly, when I ordered this, there was an option to pick a PAL version. So I'm going to try and remember to stick a link to Atari Age down that way. If I forget, let me know. And then again, all you have to do is type in Atari Age in your browser and you'll find it almost immediately. So I now have 3 homebrews for the 7800, Failsafe, Beef Drop VE, which is a port of Burger Time, and Junior Pac-Man, and 2 for the 2600. More to come. Meanwhile, I am waiting on some games for the Commodore 64. When I showed my Commodore 64, a friend of mine here on YouTube, MN12Bird, you'll remember he donated my Genesis and Sega CD to me. He made a comment about there's really a lot of games, cool games for the Commodore 64, especially if you're willing to go outside of those that were released just on cartridge, because they were also released on cassette tapes and 5 1/4 inch floppy disks. And all totaled, there have been about 12,000 games found for it. So when these 2 come, I'll have 4, but at least I'm heading in the right direction, and I'm hoping that adding more Commodore 64 games will entice me to finally break down and finish hooking up one of the Commodore 64s, which I had started doing and kind of went on to other things, so it's still sitting there. But hopefully if I get more games, that'll entice me, spur me on to hook that up. I've also got that Genesis/Mega Drive homebrew that I'm waiting on. I'm on back order for it, and when I get it, I'll show it. Until next time, stay awesome.